champions and the boxing superstars, where are you? I'm waiting, let's fight. I'm the most avoided boxer.
The untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. All right, so I kind of wanted to give some of my extended thoughts, not necessarily about Rolly, but more so about Ismael Barosso in the aftermath of all this this craziness that happened with the stoppage. You know. First and foremost, let me just make this declarative statement, and then we'll go from here. We'll build from here. But I know it's not gonna happen, but I'm just gonna make my thoughts known. Like, I feel like Rolly should give Ismael Barosso a rematch. I know he's not going to because he's scared to death of that punching power of his. But if Rolly was an honorable man, he would give Ismael Barosso a rematch, because the reality is you were down on all the judges' scorecards. You were getting schooled by a 40-plus-year-old man. You got dropped. And, you know, it's very easy to say, oh, well, I was going to stop him. Well, we don't know that because, unfortunately, Tony Weeks kind of robbed you as well. So there's a lot of question marks with that fight. And I want to see the rematch, to be honest with you. I don't want to see Ryan Garcia. That's a bullshit fight. Don't want to see that fight. I don't care about that fight. I don't want to see him fight Sabrina Matias right now, because I'm not interested in seeing Rolly get butchered right away. I want to see him fight Ismael Barosso again, and he needs to show that he could beat him convincingly, for real, because that was anything but convincing, you know. And this is not good for Rolly, because this is a commonality in his career. He fought Jackson Mariñez, another fighter he was supposed to beat up on, and couldn't really do much with him. You know, that was a controversial fight. So Rolly continues to have these subpar performances, and he's getting rewarded for it only because he can talk and sell. And I like Rolly. I'm not trying to down him. I like him. I like him so much. I hope he becomes undisputed one day. But I got to be fair too, right? So I was listening to Paulie Malignaggi, and shout out to Paulie Malignaggi. Make sure you guys go subscribe to the Magic Man and all the great work he does on Paulie TV. You know, how much is that? 110? 100 yen. Yeah, he does great work on his channel, Paulie TV. And he was talking about Ismael Barosso, basically, and how he had seen him fight many years ago on a card. And he basically stated that he upset like a prospect. Where the hell is the thing at? He upset a prospect, right? And when he upset this prospect, the day before that fight at the weigh-in, his wife got murdered, and he found out like the day of the weigh-in that his wife got murdered while he was getting ready to fight like this undefeated prospect whose name I can't remember right now. Barosso stopped that prospect, and you know, it was what it was. But the crazy thing is, right? And I'm gonna kind of parrot and repeat some of the things he said in his video. Paulie Malignaggi stated that in boxing, a lot of times you get these fighters who, you know, with better circumstances and better management, they could be champions. They could really be a real factor in the sport. But unfortunately, they have these teams with them where basically there's not a lot of money behind them, and their promoters that they do have behind them, they just wait for an opportunity where they can just get thrown into a fight as an opponent. It'll be in extremely difficult circumstances with all the odds stacked against them, and they'll cash out. And that's what this was, you know. Rolly was supposed to fight Puello. Puello pulled out, but Barosso was in the rankings, #1, been there for years. I check the boxing team rankings weekly, and I have been for years, and I've been seeing his name there for years. And like, nobody ever gave him the call to fight until they have to, and it's a massive inconvenience to him. And of course, he takes the fight, and then he performs. He actually performs well, and he's beating Rolly easy. I was shocked how bad Roy looked. Like, he looks like trash. And then that happens. The 20 weeks thing happens to him. So let's just say it like this, ladies and gentlemen. Like, boxing, this story in boxing has played itself out so many times. The reality is nobody gives a flying fuck about the plight of the B-side. Nobody cares that Ismael Barosso, and mind you, he's a guy that trains in my area. You know, I've never had the opportunity or privilege to meet Barosso. He trains at one of the only gyms I haven't gone to in South Florida, at this gym called Romero's Boxing Gym. But I do know that Ismael Barosso has fought on a lot of low-level cards, like low-level, low-budget local shows, and nobody knew about him except probably me, right? And that's just what it was. And you got to also remember, he doesn't have the benefit of having a lot of money behind him, because the people that run his career is a little promotional company in South Florida called M&R Boxing Promotions, which is ran by a lady named Laura Ching. And M&R Boxing Promotions is the same company that just recently won a purse bid. I don't know if you guys heard about this, but they won a purse bid for the IBF light flyweight title fight between Christopher Rosales and Felix Alvarado. And that total purse bid was $2,500 for the whole purse bid. So I think one of the fighters is getting like $1,600 and the other fighter is getting like, it's just bad. It's bad. So that's the kind of money he has behind him. He doesn't have the resources to really, you know, be in that position many more times. And, you know, on paper at least, he's 40 years old. So Ismael Barosso, I feel for the guy. My heart goes out to him, and I just really wish, you know what, Rolly was saying he'd have to stop it premature. So my thing is this: if Rolly really thinks that stoppage last night was premature, then okay. If it was premature, then give him a rematch. Give him a rematch. If you're really worth your salt as a fighter, then you should stop this old man. And listen. If Rolly can't beat Ismael Barosso in a rematch, then Rolly needs to not even box. Honestly, he needs to not even box, because then you don't have any business talking about fighting guys like Subriel Matias or Regis Prograis or any of the champions or anything like that. You know, I like Rolly. I think he's good for boxing. I think boxing needs characters like him. But at the end of the day, once you get past all the bravado, it's still a sport, and you need to perform in the ring. And he didn't perform in the ring again, and it's a commonality with his career. So it's just Barosso. This is one of them things, man. Like I don't get angry like I used to, because like I know so much about how the boxing industry works, especially in the USA, that I'm kind of desensitized to a lot of things, which is kind of bad. Like, it's probably not a good thing, but this is one of the rare occasions where like I feel for the guy. Like, I really do feel for the guy, and I wish, you know, there was something I could actually do more than just make this video. But I'm bringing it to light, and I'm trying to give you guys a little bit of insight on Barosso. I'm not like I didn't know that story about that Paulie told on his channel. I thought that was very insightful what he said. But I mean, the guy's, look at his face. He probably looks as old as he looks, is because he's probably gone through a lot of shit in his life. Like, I bet you if anybody were to sit down with the guy and just talk to him about his whole life in boxing and how all the times he's been screwed over and fucked in boxing, I guarantee you that's part of the reason why he looks as old as he looks, you know? And last night just adds to it. So I hope Showtime bring him back. I hope Showtime put him into more fights, because now he has a bit of a name. People know who he is, because he's the guy that, you know, got screwed over against Rolly, and he can punch, right? So if he can punch, then that means that there's value in that TV wise. And I would like to see him in the ring against, you know, the likes of, you got so many options out there. You got guys like Jeremias Ponce, who I think would be a good fight for him. You got Batia Akhmedov. Like, you could mix and match them three right there. Akhmedov, Ponce, and Barosso. You can literally, for the next 2 or 3 big cards, mix and match them 3 140-pounders, and you will have a whole truckload of good fights. So, yeah, that's my take on Barosso. That's my take on this whole Rolly thing. Rolly needs to give him a rematch. I know he won't, because he's going to go where the money's at, and he'll make every excuse in the world not to do that. But I think that's the right thing to do. And I'll tell you this, if he were to ever do it, I don't really matter. My opinion doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. I'm just a kid from Daniel with a boxing channel. But you know, I would really like just respect the hell out of him, because he's recognized. The thing is, Rolly has acknowledged that there was wrongdoings with refereeing. So if he can acknowledge that much, then he should also take the next step and give this man from Venezuela, the southpaw power punching knockout artist who's really been screwed his whole career, he should give him the opportunity. Because if there was no Ismael Barosso, Rolly wouldn't have had a fight. He wouldn't have had a payday. He wouldn't have had a chance to become champion. So just out of that much respect, he should give Barosso the fight. And that's my take on the matter. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Is there anybody out there in the world who agrees with me? Surely there has to be, right? Surely there has to be. But leave your comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me. But I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on the untouchable True School Sports Empire. We're here at the Hatanaka Boxing Gym in Nagoya, Japan. And for more great videos just like this one, make sure you guys click right here.